Hello guys, Zueljin here. Welcome back to another episode on the official HermitCraft ModSauce server. I think I've been using the Sigil of Green Grove too much, guys. What do y'all think? I seem to have a sprout, a shrubbery, growing out the top of my head. It's a cool hat I found. I've been using it like camouflage to sneak up on peeps. Like I snuck up on Hypno yesterday. He couldn't see me at all. No, actually he did. He hit me. Mean old Hypno. I was just trying to play a joke. No, it was just a love tap. But anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for chiming in on the last episode with all of the Soul Shard stuff. I really appreciate it. It gave me some ideas that I haven't thought about. And there's been quite a bit that has been developed. So I'm going to walk you through some of it. Last time we left off, I told you that we were going after that Blaze Soul Shard. And we actually have that online, which you can see. My setup is a little bit more complete than it was. So I have my alchemy chemistry set and my inscriber here. My quartz grindstone, which I'm really not even using anymore because I got a little macerator set up now. Very simple IC2 stuff. Industrial Craft 2. It's a macerator, a bat box, and a generator. I put coal in the generator or whatever, and I end up putting my ores in the macerator, and it breaks them down for me, so I don't really have to turn the crank. So I don't really know if that works on quartz. I'm sure it does. I just didn't check, but I'm not at the point that I need to create any more ME stuff right now. So I'm just gonna leave it for the moment. But I hooked up a chest right here, and I'll show you why soon. I have my drive set, still have plenty of room in there, and I have my energy cell hooked to this. Got a little charger, my energy acceptor, my furnace generator, and the hopper. Now, a bunch of you had talked about specifically using lava and lava generators and stuff like that. And for the current setup, guys, all the power that drains, my lava crystal can do. Now, I was concerned with putting the lava crystal in here before because it was really draining on LP, and I'd have to go to my altar every time to be able to use my sacrifice, my dagger of sacrifice. And it really wasn't worth it to be able to have to monitor it like that. As it is, in the last couple days, I was actually hurting myself because I'd run out of LP while I was using my powers to get around and stuff like that. So it's time to graduate, you guys. It really is time to graduate. So let me show you what I have online here. I used the seared bricks from Tinker's Construct, and I made my altar complete. I think it looks pretty darn good. I've been adding some speed runes, and I've been taking away the runes of self-sacrifice because my ritual is now online. So I'll show you the setup here. I just have a little ramp. This is only temporary, but this is the Soul Shard setup. Now, basically what I did is I killed a bunch of blazes with my Soul Stealer sword. As you can see here, I have the Soul Stealer 5, and I got on that soul gem, and I got 1,000 blazes. Basically, well, 1,000 kills for blazes, not really 1,000 blazes, but I set up just a little box, and I put that vanilla spawner in, and I just killed blaze after blaze after blaze as soon as they'd spawn with a little water puddle in there. Hey, Slip. And I, just to protect myself, you know, if in case I'd catch fire or whatever, and I just grinded it out, and I got one. So the cool thing about this is you can wire it with redstone. Now, they have, that is a, actually I'll show it to you. Do I still, no, I don't have my silk touch on it. I need to go get my silk touch because this is important that I show you. Let's see, pick, where is my silk touch? Silk touch, there it is. Cool. So now I can show you. I actually have silk touch on my my hammer too, which Asuma gave me a hammer. Remember that little deal? I forgot what I even traded for him, but I knew I needed some. So he ended up making me a hammer finally and delivering on his promise. So I really do appreciate it. That is very helpful. So this is basically my little setup. Now this is the soul cage. The soul cage, all you basically do, let me show you. Soul cage. Soul cage. Okay, so you take some iron bars and you put it in like that, and then you take your shard that you want to use, your soul shard, and you right click on it, and it makes the empty soul cage. So basically, whatever type of soul shard you put in there is it. This is a wireless receiver. You can change the frequencies on it. So I put mine to 77, which is it's fair enough. I don't know anybody. I don't know a whole lot of people that's using wireless redstone receiver. You can make it a lot more complex naturally. But the frequency, all it is a unique identifier. And I have a little inverted red lamp. That way, when I turn this puppy on, the lamp comes on and I can kind of see in here. This is the vacuum chest. This is made from Ender.io. This was actually really interesting. I was looking for a way outside of better chests to harvest the drops from anything that the blazes dropped and whatever mobs might spawn in here, and I ended up finding this. So this is a vacuum chest. It's basically made from iron ingots, a chest, and pulsating crystals. Now the pulsating crystal is made from diamond, and the pulsating iron nuggets, which you can get from pulsating iron. And to do that, you just go in an alloy smelter with an iron ingot and an ender pearl. So I kind of borrowed Biff's, and I got an ingot or two of this. I brought my ender pearl and iron over there and made a couple. It took a lot of power, but other than that, the resources were very cheap. So Biffa, if you're watching, thank you very much, brother. that saved my butt. Anyway, what I have down here, let's go ahead and break this and I'll show you. Oh, it took it. It vacuumed it up. So this is transfer pipe, and right under here I have an item transfer. I might as well show you now since some of it's broken. Let's see, let's get one more down. Okay, so this is a transfer node, and I have the speed upgrades, 15 speed upgrades, and a stack upgrade in there. That way it can move all of that stuff pretty easy. And let me get out here and catch a few stone now that, let's see, I'll just mine it from right here, it's fine. There. And I'll put a light in there just in case. So I really wanted to just do this, and it's absolutely fantastic, y'all. Let's see. All I really need is that, and now I can show you what this chest does. So any drops that fall within this cage, even if it's over there, it just gets zoop, it just gets sucked up. And the transfer pipe is headed all the way to my ME system underground, which is really cool. I wish I could have done it wirelessly, but it's no problem. It kind of passes, let's see, this is the center. So it passes around right here, and then it goes this way about right there, and it comes up through the bottom here and just goes up into my ME chest. Now, the way that the item transfer pipe works, it does have to hook to some sort of a chest, so I wasn't sure how it interfaced with the it didn't seem to interface with the drive, but it does interface with the chest. So I took a 1K storage cell in there, and as you can see, I can still access it. And I'm getting quite a few blaze rods. I've already given some away, and I'm getting other stuff too. Every once in a while I drop something in there. Like this pick ended up in there for some reason. I don't know, I guess I threw that away by accident. And also the this pick ended up in there. Sometimes when I put stuff in the inventory, it just goes in by itself. But anyway, we'll keep those in the disk for now because that doesn't really matter. But every once in a while I'm getting other drops too. Like you can see this rotten flesh and stuff, gunpowder and ender pearl. Mobs get caught up in there when because it's dark and stuff. So without further ado, guys, I want to show y'all how this works. So prepare to be amazed. It's so stupid fast. Okay, so right now I have right underneath 889,000 LP. Okay, I'm gonna turn this signal on, and I'll show you what it does down here. So the spawn starts happening. It spawns fast, and when I say fast, I mean very fast. Now, it appears that there's a built-in cap mechanic because I haven't seen it get too excessive yet. I've let it run a little while, and as you can see, the entity count is really not that bad. It starts getting to where there's a lot in there. I mean a lot, like it fills up to where this glass is right here. But I think the killing kind of keeps it at bay, and it never goes over. So that's still no excuse. There's no way I'm just going to keep it running all the time. I just use it to fill it. But man, it's beautiful. And as you can see, the ticks, it's you know, I'm getting so much a freaking tick, sometimes 1500, sometimes 2000. It's bananas. So anyway, I can charge my altar really fast, and all of the blaze rods that drop go into the chest, and they just get sucked up and sent into my ME system. It's a very good system. So with this in mind, I took a bunch of time and I made a lot of blood sockets. Now the great thing is there's no augmented capacity runes in this altar, and a blood socket takes a lot of LP, but this fills so fast that I can basically craft anything. Like I can't pass it up. The gain is just, it's always past the deficit, no matter how fast it takes the crafting. So I've been adding speed runes, and I want to find the right balance so I could do like stacks of slates and stuff. So anyway, let's get the blood altar online, guys. I have a soul forge made up, and all the blood sockets and the shards and the sigils that I'm gonna need. So let's see here. Sigils. Let's grab the sigils that I want in. I want the sigil of haste. I'm going to be using the lava sigil for fire protection. I'm going to be using the sigil of the divination sigil so that I can get night vision, and the air sigil to prevent fall damage. That's going to be my first 4 that I use. When I get demon shards, I'll do some more. Next, we need blood shards. So I'm going to need 4 of those. I've created a bunch of master blood orbs, so I'm going to need 4 of those. And I'm also going to make the soul forge. I also need the soul forge. There we go. And last but not least, the sockets. So there's 20. And there's 4. Now I'm just going to fill these blood sockets up. So I used 4 to make the soul armor forge, and I used 4 right here, and I was going to do boots, but then I was like, no, I'm going to show you guys how fast I could fill these things. So let's go ahead and turn this back on, and let's take this orb out. Alright, so we'll watch it fill. Sometimes it doesn't update right away, so there's a couple ticks in there. It's 2584. We'll wait till it gets full. Let's see, 10,000. There we go. Pretty fast. Okay, so watch it go. Drain, 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 drain. Look at that. Isn't that berserk? I can't bring it below 7k. It just fills up. And it actually goes really, really fast. Boom. There we go, and we're already back to 10,000. So as you can see, guys, really, really, really overpowered. I'm gonna fill these sockets up, then we'll start crafting our armor. Alright, you guys, we got the 24 filled sockets. It's time to go. So for those of you that have never seen blood armor creation, you make it kind of like a crafting grid. For those of you who have, I'm sorry, I'm still going to go through this process because it's of monumental importance. So we need to add a blood shard. We also need to add a sigil. This is going to be boots, so I'm doing the sigil of air. This is going to be a master blood orb. And then I forgot my weak activation. Oh, no, you could just right click. I thought you needed an activation crystal. Okay, so that happens and you get your bound boots. This has the air sigil in it, the master blood orb, and the weak blood orb. Now, I mean the weak blood shard. Now, the weak blood shard just signifies that you can only slot it once, so 1 sigil per piece of armor. The master blood orb allows you to use the ability within the item slot, like the air sigil, with absolutely no cost whatsoever to your network, and the air sigil naturally gives you fall damage protection. So we're gonna switch those out, and now I should just be able to use my air sigil no problem and fall to the ground and take 0 damage. Beautiful. Okay, next it's time for, I guess we can do the helm next. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one we're going to use the divination sigil on it. That way we can get night sight. So we'll use the blood shard like we did last time, then we'll use the divination sigil, and then we'll use a master blood orb, and there we go. So now we have the helmet on too. Awesome. Very, very cool. Let's go ahead and put that, and we'll get the night sight buff as soon as we turn it on. There we go, night sight. Beautiful. Okay, next we have to move it up just 1 space. So we'll put down, let's see, actually let's make the chest piece now. So we'll do the chest piece, which is drawn out in a crafting grid, just like you would normally see a chest pattern. There we go. And now we can put the soul full forge armor here. There we go. Now we need to put the weak blood short again. What sigil are we going to put on this? This is going to be... This is the chest piece, so we'll do the lava sigil. This is going to protect us against fire. And then we need to do the Master Blood Orb. And voila. So now we have fire protection, which is great. Lava sigil, Master Blood Orb, weak blood short. Perfect. And last but not least, the pants. So let's see. We'll take this down by 1. I need something to put this on now. Actually, we can just do it. Yeah, let's just grab a piece of dirt right quick. Dirt will work. We don't need any nice proper setup for this. Alright. So we'll put the... Let's see, it needs to be pants. So let's go... and just like that. And last one. I didn't even need this. I could have just placed it underneath. Such a derp. Soul Forge armor right underneath. Okay, last time. Weak blood shard. Sigil of haste for fast movement. And Master Blood Orb. And there we go, you guys. That is the blood armor. And we can move fast now. Sweet. I was using the Sigil of haste a little bit here and there before, which is really good, but check that out. Aside from my tree hat, it looks absolutely stunning. I love this armor. So anyway, guys, now that we have this set up, we really need to move on to something else. This is pretty much just going to be the standard armor. I got jump boost now. I have my uphill assist. I'm gonna use this for basically everything. So it's awesome. We were talking a little bit about the countryside and what we can do as far as a build, and I think a lot of people in the comments said castle and stuff, and I think that would be an awesome idea, but I don't really want to do a castle per se, because I think castles, the builds, like, they've just been overdone in Minecraft. And I know, I don't want to say they've been overdone. I've overdone castle type builds so much. I think I'd like to do a temple instead, so we can still get some of that like archaic medieval looking magic type looking stuff without going the traditional castle. So I think that would be cool, and I'd like to do like a blood temple. We might do a water temple too, I'm not too sure. I'd like to use liquids in my temple, but I want it to be bright colors. Like, I don't want to be all evil. I know the blood armor is like in itself kind of evil or whatever, but that doesn't mean we can't make a pretty temple. And I want to be like a deity to these people. So we'll do some cool stuff with that, definitely. I don't know what we're gonna do yet, but I definitely want to make a temple. And now that we have the blood altar set up to tier 4, we just need to allocate space for it for tier 5 when we get ready to move up to that. That way we can have it all set up and to where we don't have to worry about you know, redecorating when we go to do it. But there's a couple things I want to do before that, namely the magic shop. So I've been looking into stuff for the up and down thing at the magic shop, and I think I want to do teleposers. So teleposers or these guys here. Basically, you can teleport a block or an entity from one to the other using teleposers, and the teleposition focus, some ender pearls, and gold is all you need. Teleposition focus is just an ender pearl within a blood altar, a tier 4 blood altar. So I can make these now. So I want to craft a couple of them, guys, and I'll try out a few things at the magic shop. Alright guys, here we are back at the magic shop, and I wanted to start playing around with these teleposers. I made a couple of teleposers. I also made some extra teleposition focuses so that we can bind them. And the way that this is going to work should be pretty straightforward. So we need to close that up before we end up killing ourselves. Well, we can't kill ourselves now because we got boots. In fact, I'm going to do it just for fun. Boop, nothing. Oh god, blood magic OP. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this off just for now. And, well, let me close it off one lower than that. There we go. Okay, so now we can't fall and we can work around with it. So, let's rip these up. Did I bring my hatchet? Yes. let's rip these up and start playing around with this. So the focus, the teleposition focus, basically what it does is it binds to a specific teleposer, and the teleposer can be linked to another teleposer with that teleposition focus, and you can teleport back and forth. Really straightforward. So what I want is, I want the teleposer to bring me down here, just right down here from up there. So we don't have to really use a stairway or anything, and it can be more aesthetic. Plus, it's more mystical, you know? So let's go ahead and add one of the teleposers. And this needs to be wired accordingly, okay? So I think the easiest way to do that would be not in the very corner. It would be right here. So one off from the corner should be fine. And we'll take, let's see, we need to redstone this now. And we also need to add a teleposition focus to it. So let's see. So we need to set the other one up first too. Where are we gonna set that one up? Let's set it up right where this block is, right above that. Okay. So we'll set up the teleposition focus. There we go. All right. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to right-click the teleposer with this focus. And now we have to right-click it to bind it to ourselves. Then we're going to bring it down here, and we're going to open its inventory and put that focus in. Now, this teleposition focus is, this teleposer is linked to that one, basically. Now we need to do the same thing with this one. We need to take this, right-click the location, go up here, open this inventory. Oh, actually bind it to ourselves, open this inventory, and put that there. Now, these two are linked. Now all I have to do is supply a redstone signal. Now, I can do that with carpenter's buttons. For instance, I could do this, and it'll work. Let me get right above it, and I'll show you. There we go. We're right at the floor below. Now I can take this button and apply it and do the same thing above, but we don't want it button driven on the block itself. We want it to be aesthetic. So let's go ahead and break this, and what we'll do is we'll run a little bit of wire, I think. The floor, by the way, I'm really happy with the blues. I think we had discussed this in the last one, and you guys have commented a lot about that. I really want this to be a different color blue. So it'll be like the outside is, except, the outside will stay blue, I think. But the inside, I want it to be magic wood, and I haven't found any yet. Magic wood looks really cool. Check these textures out. You can't make it, not that I know of, except for magic, the logs themselves. But it looks cool. It has this real stripy pattern, and I think it'll be a nice breakup. Plus, we'll probably do some stone accents and stuff. So anyway, back to the mission at hand. Let's just take, for now, we'll do it with cobbled, so where we can track what's going on. Actually, I can probably just take this red alloy wire and run it directly. Let's go ahead and take, take this, and we'll run red alloy wire here, here, and we'll need to break this up, I believe. Let's go ahead and break this piece. Let's break a few pieces just so we can get in and out of here and know what's going on. Let's see, it's going to be under there, so I'll need to break that one too. And let's put this back. So complicated. I could do it wirelessly too, but that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Right now, I just want to make them work. Okay, so now we can do the sky stone, and we can run the redstone right here. Oh, and it didn't go underneath, I don't think. Let's go ahead and break that. Yeah, all right. There we go. Okay, so now one more up, and I should just be able to place this right here. All right, now let me make my way out of here and put these back. And like I said, I can do this wirelessly too. That would probably be the best case scenario. All right. So the wirelessly could just we'll need to do a send and receive. I'm not sure how that's going to work yet, but we should just be able to put a button right here now. And let's put stone on the button just to be able to see it. Okay. So if we stand on here and hit the button, nothing happened. I kind of figured that. Let's see. The redstone doesn't fire. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. I think I might need to go one more up. Yep, I sure do. One more up. Okay. So now it should fire. Let's go ahead and right click it. Yeah, now it fires. Okay. So if I go on it now and I press the button, I teleport. Yay! Okay, it works. So yeah, definitely gonna have to do something to hide that wire up because it is sticking out like a sore thumb, and I think it would probably just be better if it was in the corner now because I can strap it straight to it. Let me redesign it right quick, you guys. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I found the setup that I like now. So if I do leave it in the corner, I can just wire it underneath, kind of like this. Really simple, and it works pretty good. So let's take the second one and do the same thing with it. I'm going to take the redstone off right quick, and actually I'm going to just tear down the teleposer as well. And let's see, what's the easiest way I can do this? It's probably... Oh, I don't want to lose that. Okay. Put my cobble down here just to break it up. Okay, so the teleposer is going to have to be right here. Yep, that's even with the floor in the very corner. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna have some wall, and the button is gonna be on there. So let's go ahead and place the button and stone on it. Now we're gonna take our red alloy wire and we're gonna push it down. Oh, that's actually a little bit easier than I did my last one. I don't know why I don't think of these things when I do like I do, guys. I know why, because it's not far enough out. Tripping. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's the culprit right there. Okay. So now we'll take the wire and run it like so. Okay. Same thing. Pretty much good. So now if I hit it, the redstone signal will flow and it'll light up the teleposer. So let's see, I have the 2 teleport position focuses. This is going to take forever. Okay, I'm going to bind. Let's see. I'm going to actually bind. I don't guess it matters because I have to rebind them both. I'm going to bind this one. And I'm going to bring it down to this level. Cool. And I'm going to take this one. Bind it. And bring it up to this level and add it. And they're both bound to me, so this should work flawlessly. In fact, I'm so confident I'm gonna seal this up. I don't have any of my blue. Where's that blue wood? I don't know. It doesn't matter, I don't guess, because I'm gonna seal it all back up anyway. I'm gonna change it all back anyway. What is this? There we go. Alright, so close this in. Actually close that in like that. And I can change these to stone instead. Alright, stone it is. And this will change, like I said, it's only temporary. So now when I right click the teleposer, I'm further down. That's so neat. So it's not an open blocks elevator, but dang it, it sure is close. That's pretty freaking cool. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and break all this up, and my stairways are going to be no more. Now I can go up and down with the use of my handy dandy teleposer elevator. Ta-da! So cool, I love it. Okay, so now I guess I'm gonna go search for some magic wood, you guys. I'd really like to redo some of these designs and go from there, but I think that's gonna make it for the video today. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. We haven't even got to try out our armor yet, but I have a feeling that it won't be long before we get to start challenging some stuff and doing some pretty hardcore stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and as always, this is Zueljin signing off. We'll see you next time.